You might have recently asked yourself, why are so many people moving to Idaho? What makes Idaho so special? Well, I'm not only going to show you, but I'm going to tell you as well. There's one thing in particular that makes this place very special and has kept this place very special. And if you're thinking about moving here, you're going to want to know about it because you're going to have to do it too. So let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Living Life in North Idaho. My name is Trent and I've lived in this beautiful area for 32 years. If you're interested in knowing more about what it's like living, eating, working, playing, and buying real estate here in Idaho, this is the channel for you. Go ahead and tap the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so every time I come out with a new video, you get notified. Before we get started, let me just show you this wonderful view. It's truly hard to beat. I'm up here on Huckleberry Hill, riding my dirt bike. You saw it behind me. That log was really uncomfortable, so I decided to move down here. Now, what makes Idaho so special? I mean, obviously we have incredible areas to go and play on our toys. We have lots of lakes. It's very, very beautiful. We have a conservative Republican government. Some people are really appreciating that right now with the things that are going on in the world. And we also have opportunity here. There is growth happening. There are jobs that are available. They don't always pay that much, unfortunately, but they're getting a lot better. So there's one thing in particular that really makes Idaho special, and I need you to follow me on this because if you are planning on moving here, you're going to need to hold these things as well. You're going to need to do this. It comes down to our beliefs. Now, stick with me here. Some of you guys might know that what you believe becomes your reality. For me, this became very, very true in my early 30s after my oldest brother took his life. My beliefs about my life and about the way life should work were leading me down a really toxic path. I definitely had a victim and blaming mentality, and I had to figure out that I need to be self-sufficient. I need to be able to take care of myself, and that is a belief. And that belief really changed my life. And some of the beliefs that Idahoans hold are what basically is what's keeping this place together. Sorry, I'm getting eaten by bugs out here. A belief that I know makes Idaho very special is the belief that we need to be self-sufficient, that we need to take care of ourselves, and no one is coming to save us. Even though a ton of people have moved here from West Coast cities and all over the world, they all have something in common, which is the understanding that government is not your parents. They cannot fix everything. They cannot do what you think they need to do. You have to work problems out for yourself. Anybody who's ever been in a lawsuit knows this to be true. And so here in Idaho, most of the people, I would say a majority of the people have a mentality, it's up to us, we got to figure it out, and don't wait for somebody to come save you because you're going to be waiting a long time. Switching arms because my right arm is pretty tired. The next belief that I know makes this place special is government is not very good at fixing things, so we really try to leave them out of as much as we can. I don't know if you've picked up on this yet, but the fact is that people in large cities, they rely heavily on government officials, on city council members and mayors to tell them how things work, tell them what they're supposed to do. If you can figure it out, you really should try to figure it out. And that goes along with discrepancies or arguments with neighbors. We don't rush to take people to court because we know the only winners in that are the attorneys and the judges and the system. There's no winners. Unless you're just a spiteful, hateful person, try to figure stuff out on your own, and it's gonna make living here a much better place. And real quick, if these are resonating with you and you are curious about what life is really like living here and you're serious about getting moved out of your state into a place like Idaho, reach out at the phone number or email address listed below. Day, nights, weekends, it doesn't matter. I don't wanna take up too much time with this, so let's get back to the video. The other belief that's drawing a lot of people here is our rights don't mean much if we can't defend them. That is a belief. There are some people that believe that our rights are protected by pieces of paper and by people in positions of authority. It's absolutely not true. Otherwise, you wouldn't have all of these different court systems to be able to challenge these things because judges and bureaucrats and all these people, they will try to walk all over your rights. They'll try to ignore the Constitution whenever they can, and there's got to be somebody in place to be able to stop it. But our forefathers were smart enough to know that things can get wacky over time. You can basically figure out how to replace all of these people to go along with your agenda, even though it doesn't fit the Bill of Rights or the Constitution at all. And so that's why we insist. We know that these school shootings are tragic. Gun violence is awful. But if you take away our right to defend our rights, then we're probably not going to have any for very much longer. Just look into Native American history. That will tell you everything you need to know about the US government and how they treat people who can't defend themselves. So it's definitely an important belief, and this next one is just as important. Life should not evolve around consuming and buying things and subscriptions and entertainment and fun all of the time. That is where you miss out on opportunities like this, to see something that is soul moving, to listen to what's going on inside of you and what nature has to say and what spirit has to say, if you believe in that. If you're always buying and you're always watching and you're always consuming, you're gonna miss what life is really about. And so if you come, especially to North Idaho, you're gonna see there's not a ton of malls and shopping. We don't even have an Apple store here. You gotta go over to Spokane to get one of those. Anyway, yeah, don't come here and lock yourself in a house and look for that entertaining life. Try to get out and see what this place is all about. So that way, when you go to vote on whether developments should happen and whether we should allow big shopping malls and the destruction of nature to happen, you'll have an educated decision. And this one, a lot of people from cities absolutely need to work on. What goes on behind closed doors at my neighbors is none of my damn business. And what goes on behind my closed doors is none of my neighbor's business. Right now, there's a lot of people that think they've got some really good understanding of how life should be lived and what morality should be and how to make life better and what's fair. That's really crazy, because there's people who go to school for many, many years about philosophy and still are trying to figure out what is the meaning of a good life? What is a good life? So all that to say, don't come here. We don't think that we know everything. And so we want to leave people alone. And we think that you should probably leave people alone if you're coming here too. And you might have some really, really strong beliefs. That's awesome. Start a Facebook group, see who resonates with them. But when you get out there and you're doing your signs and you're yelling at people and preaching at people and trying to tell people what's right and what's not and what your child should be allowed to do and what you should be allowed to have influence over on your child, it's just not what we're about here. And I think that's what makes this such an attractive place for a lot of people. The last belief that makes this place special is new ideologies are rarely good. There's a lot of new theories and new thinking out there that parents and people and young people they're just grabbing onto like it's the best thing ever. And when I look at it, I go, okay, well, I see the problems that you're having in life. How does this solve them? And a lot of these people who are out there fighting for trans rights, for kids, don't even have children. I mean, that's the most bizarre thing to me. How is it any of their business? It's not going to help you pay your bills. It's not going to help you find the person that makes you happy. It's not going to help you find love. It just makes you feel right for a moment. And then it's fleeting. And that's why I think we're probably seeing a lot of the same people from BLM in the Palestine marches. I mean, it's just seems like this group of people that are getting fulfillment from this. And okay, but up here, that's not what we're about. Just try on some of the old ideologies. See how those work. See about the ones that have been around for over 1,000 years and maybe try those on for size. I know a lot of people have represented those poorly, but there's something to it and it's worth giving a try. Now, I don't know everything, guys. I'm just an Idahoan out here enjoying my life the best I can and trying to let people know what it's really like living here and what's important if you are going to live here and how to fit in. How to keep this place a good place. That should be a concern for everybody who lives in a city, because at one point in time, your city probably was more like this than it is the way it is now. I hope you liked this video. Leave a comment in the comment section if you do. And if you are serious about wanting to get moved to Idaho, We're here to help you do that, me and my team. You just give us a call. We're not pushy. We have no reason to be. If you want to move here, we'll help you do it. And if you don't, that's totally fine. And if you want to move to a different place in Idaho, not North Idaho, you can give me a call for that too. I've got some excellent partners all over the state. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.